Hey guys, before the video begins, I want to let you guys know that this was originally supposed to be episode 8, but the videos leading up to episode 8 kind of got messed up with the audio and the video, and so that's why you're going to see some new things pop up in this video. It's because a couple videos kind of are missing in between the two because I recorded in advance. So I just want to let you guys know that you're going to see some new stuff pop up that was not recorded just because of the videos are missing now. So hopefully this isn't a huge inconvenience for anybody. I'm sorry for it. There's not really anything I could do about it. So hopefully you guys will like the video. You guys really didn't miss too much. One building was put up. Well, I wouldn't say one, but maybe a couple. So hopefully this isn't an inconvenience. Hopefully you guys still like the video. So have fun, guys. Hey guys, welcome back to SouthLake City episode 8. So today we're going to actually work on this new building. I've already started it just because it took a while to make the front and the sides. So basically we're just going to kind of like finish it up on the back side over here. And basically it's going to be symmetrical. And right here is going to be a underground parking garage. So far I'm liking this building. It's turned into a pretty nice one in my opinion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looks okay. Yeah, so the game's actually on open today, so basically anybody can join, but they cannot build as of now. That's a little bit different. And people might be wondering, well, what's the point of keeping it on open? Well, just because people like to see the map for themselves. I mean, people always like to come in the games and just get ideas. So that's basically why the game's on open. It's just so we can actually give people their own ideas. We can give them their inspiration, I guess would be the best way to put it. Yeah, I mean, this building, I'm using all snow for like the actual base of it. I'm not sure, like as you can see, like gray wool and stuff kind of mixed in there, but I'm not sure if I want to add more colors to it. That's the one thing I've been deciding about. It's like I have all these spots, not splots. I said spots. I have all these spots to where I can actually put real colors in there. I don't even know why I said real. All colors are real, and I'm just not sure if I want to or not because I did do some experimenting and it didn't really seem like it matched with the rest of the building. The gray wool is fine, but like the rest of it, it didn't match to me. So like that's the hardest part I'm going to like work on. All right, so this comes out, I believe it's 1 block back. So 1 block back, okay, and goes all the way up. So it should be right here, if I'm not mistaken. This is where it should start. Let's make sure. Okay, so we are good there. Oh, so basically this is going to go all the way up. It's actually one of the, probably the second tallest building on the map, I believe. The one directly in front of it, the one that was made first in this map, that's actually the tallest building. But this one's definitely a close second, as you can tell, like from all the other buildings around it. And I don't know, this is probably one of the most realistic buildings. When it's all done on the interior as well, I think it's going to look really nice. But that's not going to be for a while, just because there is going to be a lot of floors to cover there. Alright. And start going up all the way again. I mean, this building really isn't too hard to make. It's mainly just a lot of repetition and trying to make sure you get everything exactly right because it is a symmetrical building. And people ask me, like, how do you get the designs for your skyscrapers? And basically the honest reason is, I'll completely be honest with you guys, is one, I use Google a little bit. I try to get some designs and inspiration off that. And also, I just like using weird shapes. I mean, the more weird shapes you use and like different shapes, the more people are going to recognize it. I wouldn't say recognize it, but notice it would be the best way to put it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, messed up there. I guess I can decide if it come all the way. There we go. And let's stack up again. Yeah, I mean, the best way to get like ideas is obviously looking off of real life buildings if you're trying to go for realism there. Oh, I went up too high. Just because if you're going for realism, what better place to look than the actual real world? So that's kind of like the thing I kind of try to focus on is realism. Obviously, some of the buildings I work on obviously are not realistic, but they have some realistic tendencies to them. Like, all of them are going to be realistic, but they're going to have something in there that's kind of realistic. They're going to have something in there that's going to make it a little bit more realistic than what it could be. And that's kind of the main thing. And I forgot I'm a zombie. We were playing survival with subscribers, and I scared the subscribers by turning off gamer tags and putting on my zombie skin. And all of a sudden I got killed. I wonder why. It's fun though. We had a good time playing survival. That might come out soon. All depends on if the audio didn't mess up or anything. Hopefully it didn't. You just never know these days. Oh no, I messed up, guys. Oh no. Oh lord. Alright, so we have one more layers to go after this. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of excited to get like survival games and stuff like that going. So a couple like things for Xbox One I did find out about is I looked up how many players are going to be able to play on the Xbox One version of Minecraft when it comes out. And I found a couple answers. People said 8, people said 16. I did find out the correct answer coming from an actual 4J employee. And basically what it said is that we are going to start off with 8, the original, like what we have now. But it will be upgraded to 16 later on with an update. So that's basically solving the problem, because I've been telling people I've been waiting for hold on guys, 3, I gotta make sure I get this right, 3, I think it's 1, 1, 3, okay, perfect. Yeah, so people have been asking me like, well, Minecraft for the Xbox One's only gonna have 8 people, so why are you waiting for Xbox One to come out if you're gonna play with subscribers? Well, one reason is lag. On the Xbox One, you're not gonna have as much lag to the games, just because the Xbox One has a lot more not horsepower, I'm thinking of a car. If a console had horsepower, I'd be kind of worried. Nope, kitty cat, you're in the middle. No, 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 nope, 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 nope. He almost stepped on the pause button on my... Jax, can you please get down? Oh, stupid cat sometimes. He is one of the most pain in the butt animals I've ever witnessed. He is stubborn as heck, and it's ridiculous. Wait, hold on. It shouldn't be 3 here, right? It should be 1, okay. Maybe I realized that before I started going down. Yeah, but like the main reason is I'm waiting for 1. It's just because it's not going to have as much lag, so I can actually host a game without having to wait for 30 minutes just to wait for one person's game to load, because that is very common on the 360 right now, and probably on the PS3 as well. It's just that loading the map takes a very long time, and it's a kind of a pain in the butt. And then all of a sudden you lose connection or your game freezes due to the amount of RAM the Xbox 360 has, which is not a lot, by the way. It's only like, I believe, 1, which is not powerful at all. My friend Weeby Stranger told me that, and I was really surprised. So I'm just waiting for the 1, obviously for lag issues, and 1, when it does come out with the 16 players, we can have a lot more fun games. Because I feel like, to me, I feel like Hunger Games, there's not too much point to it if there's only 8 people, because there's not as many people to kill. I mean, the point of Hunger Games is to have a lot of people. That's what Hunger Games is for, to have a lot of people to kill, and it makes the game more intense and longer. But with 8 people, it's just not too fun. Sometimes it's too hard to find people. So that's another reason why I'm waiting for the 1. It's not that I'm trying to blow you guys off. I'm not trying to do that at all. Oh, I messed... Hold on, I messed something up here. So, wait, this showed me go up to here. Then it should be all 3s, is that correct? So let me take a map out real quick so I can figure out what height this is at. Alright, this is at 126. 126, my guess would be like around here. Oh, come on. Hey, perfect guess. Okay, so we need to stop it here. There we go. Simple fix. And that's one part about building skyscrapers you have to be out or careful about if you're making it symmetrical. Just make sure it's symmetrical the entire way. How come that doesn't seem right? Hold on. So we should have 4 3s? 1, 2. Okay, I guess I did get it right. Perfect. Where were we at? Oh yeah, we were here. You gotta make sure we don't make the same mistake again. So this goes up to 126, which looks about here. Oh, 1 more block. Dang, I messed it up. Yeah, like, I've been playing survival with my subscribers a little bit more, just because survival is actually, you kind of forget how fun survival is until you haven't played it in a long time. Survival is one of those things to where it can get boring after a while, but for the most part, to me, it hasn't gotten boring yet. I mean, obviously some parts of it get pretty boring. because I've been used to Feed the Beast lately. Been playing that a lot. But turns out I need to find a new server because the owner is getting rid of that one sometime soon due to all the people complaining about little things, which I can understand. People were complaining a lot over stupid stuff that he was trying to help people. Basically, like, the story was, people were complaining about getting griefed, and usually on PC servers, they have a no grief policy, and it's really hard to grief. Like, you can't access anybody's stuff unless you give them permission. Well, what happened was people found a way to get around this with one of the guns on the mod, which was a gravity gun. And people used that to grief people. And people were like, oh, well, I got grief, you're not going to do anything for me, blah, 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 I'm not going to get any of my stuff back. And people were complaining about it. So he banned gravity guns, but then people were complaining to him about banning the gravity guns. Like, he's trying to help more people by getting rid of them. Would you rather get grieved, or would you rather get one thing banned? Is basically like what's going on here. So he's basically just getting tired of everybody complaining, all like fed up with all the people and stuff like that. Because he did say he does have a short temper, and from what I could tell, he definitely does. So I did talk to him once, and he got pretty mad all of a sudden for no reason. So I basically told him, "Are you okay with me getting more people on the server? If I can." My cat's making a mess in the kitchen. Can I get more people on the server if I record it? He says, I really don't want more people. And all I did was ask him, like, how come you don't want more people on the server? Because sometimes that can mean more donating. Because donating really helps the servers, like, stay up. So, basically, he just said, F this, I'm done. I was like, okay. I was just asking you a question. He got all pissy at me. I was like, okay, then. And, oh, so much repetition. Here? Yep, that's right. So we're almost done with the, well, I wouldn't say we're close, but we got some of the basics done for this. Oh, we're already at 12 minutes. Alright. How does this work over here? So, one block back. Okay, so, actually really simple, actually. Well, hopefully, that is. So we're going to have to make all these lines just so we know where everything is. My cat's meowing like crazy over in the kitchen. Speaking of my cat, again, I already know I talked about him once. He meows more than any cat I've ever had. I mean, obviously he's my first actual cat that I bought myself. But my god, he meows so much. No idea why. And he just meows at the wall all the time. And I looked it up, like, why would he be meowing at the wall? Because he was doing that when I first got him. So I looked it up, like, and some stuff came up. And one of them said, well, there might be mice in the wall, like mice and insects. And if you think about it, it does sound pretty disgusting and worrying. But I live in an apartment complex. It's a pretty old building. It's still a really nice one. But it's still a pretty old building. And basically, mice, no matter what, mice are going to get into buildings. It's almost impossible to stop them fully. And so there's probably mice in the wall crawling around in there. As long as they don't chew up any wires or come through the wall, I'm perfectly fine. Which, that shouldn't happen. Yeah, I mean, so I looked it up, and that's what it said. And I kind of thought about it, and I was like, okay, that kind of makes sense. Just because... Hold on, where's this one start? It just starts right here. So just come over. Right there. Okay. Yeah, so like I was kind of freaked out by it a little bit when I first heard about it. But then I was like I just told you guys, as long as they don't come through the wall and eat any of my wires, I am perfectly fine. So it's just one of those things that I can't control it, really. The one thing I do not like, though, which I need to tell my apartment complex about, is that I have wasps out on my deck. Or my balcony, excuse me. I don't have a deck. I wish I did. But about the same thing, right? But anyways, on my balcony, there's a lot of wasps. And there's this one piece of panel, like side paneling, on this wall. And all of a sudden, I push it back because I was like, okay, it's just, it's leaned out a little bit. So I tried to push it back into place. And like 4 wasps, that's a hard word to say, wasps, flew out of there. I was like, okay, I'm going back inside. because I absolutely do not like, I hate spiders for one. Spiders, oh my god. Me and my girlfriend went to Petland the other day, which is a place in Missouri to where you can go and play with animals and stuff. So we were playing with some dogs, and they also have like insects there as well that you can't play with, but you can look at them and also buy them if you want. And they had a tarantula there. I was like, oh my god, I've seen pictures of them before, and I've seen them in person before. Just every time I see them in person, I just like, ugh, my hairs just start standing up because I hate spiders so much. Yeah, I definitely hate spiders though. Spiders are one of my biggest fears, I guess would be a great way to put it. Just because I don't like them at all. My girlfriend's brother's even worse though, and I think it's kind of funny. Let's see. So we're on. Oh, one more. Let's see. What other things can we talk about? Oh yeah. So I don't like wasps because they can sting you and it hurts pretty bad. I've never gotten stung before, but from what I've heard, it's not good. Also, don't like bees. Bees, the small ones. Jax. I'm pretty sure you guys could hear that one. That was a pretty loud meow. And remember when I was talking about he was meowing at the wall? That's what he was just doing. He is so weird. Oh, I thought we were almost at the top. Well, I guess we're almost there, but working our way up there very slowly. And I'm actually really surprised by how many people are liking this series, because it's a lot of fun for me because I still get to build, and they're not tutorials per se, but they are still kind of tutorials at the same time, I guess. I don't know, it's kind of hard to describe like what they are. I mean, you're watching me build it, you're seeing how I'm building it, but I'm not describing in words like how many blocks I'm going up and all that, to save some time. So that's like the one thing about tutorials that kind of sucks, is that I can build a house, for example, a mansion. I forgot which house it was, like, I think it was 17. And people really like it. It has like 1.3 million views or something like that. People love that mansion, and it was a really good mansion to make, but it took like 8 parts to make. And each part was like 30 minutes long. I finished the outside of that house when I was just not recording and just making it for fun. I made that in, I believe, 45 minutes. And it took like, I think, 4 to 5 parts. So when you make tutorials, you have to slow down. And people keep telling me, well, can you please slow down more? I was having a hard time keeping up. Oh, and that's a lot easier said than done. I mean, I'm already going a lot slower than I already am, which is the hard thing for me. So I'm already going a lot slower than I already usually build. And then I'm also describing every last thing I do for you guys. And that's also not an easy thing to do. Because one thing I noticed earlier on in tutorials is that you have to describe everything. So basically, editing the videos was out of the question there because you couldn't risk cutting out anything that was important because people would complain. And like, well, you didn't show us how to do that, you didn't show us how to do this. Like earlier on, people actually got mad at me because I didn't put a door in the doorway. And it's like, really guys? It's a wooden door. It's not too hard to put in there. But people like when you tell them everything to do, and that's what tutorials are for. And I understand that. And so I think over time I've gotten a lot better about like describing everything I do for you guys. Obviously there's some things that are like really hard to describe because like basically imagine this. Sit down and try describing to yourself and act like you have viewers there. Try describing every single thing that you have to put in place. It's not as easy as it sounds, especially, oh, hey kitty cat. It's definitely not as easy as it sounds. I mean, obviously over time you get better at it because that's just how everything is. The more practice, the better you get at it. So I like to think I've gotten a little bit better about describing like what I do. But the hardest part about tutorials is making them entertaining. That's probably the hardest part about it. Just because tutorials are made to be teaching and not to be, you don't want to go off course from the tutorial, I guess would be what I'm trying to get at here. Wait, so hold on, I need to go out here real quick. So we're almost done with the front here, and so it should be on the second block. Okay, pretty simple. Gotta put glass in here now, and then we'll basically be done with the front here. actually did not take as long as I thought it would. It only took 20 minutes to finish the backside. This is actually the first building I'll be able to put a parking garage underneath the building. And I knew from the very beginning, as soon as I had the front made, I knew immediately that I was going to put a parking garage underneath. Because that's something I've always wanted to do in a city, but I've never had the space to do it. Like, you guys keep hearing me say this in all the parts. In Newfield, I couldn't dig that far down, so there's no possibility of actually putting a parking garage underneath. But I think I found a way with this map. And people keep asking me, how did I get this flat map? And by the time I'm recording this, I believe episode 3 or 4 just came out. Oh, it was episode 3 that came out, but it was theoretically episode 4. Just because the actual episode 3 that was recorded got lost. I'm not sure what happened to the audio. So basically, I uploaded episode 4 as episode 3. So basically, I'm one behind now. So this is actually episode 7, not 8. And it's just all confusing now, so I'm sorry if I messed up the number at the very beginning, but everything's kind of thrown me off a little bit due to that. That's the one bad thing about, like, recording so far in advance, is that if you mess one thing up, and you've already recorded all these episodes, it's kind of a pain in the butt to go back and actually, like, I don't know how to describe it, like, you have to find a way to fix it, and that's probably the hardest part of it all. Oh, this is a big window. I really want to change my skin. Another thing, like, I know a lot of YouTubers, like, for example, Big B Stats and Stampy and Longnose, they both have, like, their own Minecraft, like, character skin. I'm not sure what skin I want to be. I mean, I've gone through a lot of skins, but none of them have, like, really stuck to me, you know? On PC, I kind of want to make my own, because you can do that. And I hope that's something that we can actually do eventually. On, maybe Xbox One eventually, is actually make your own skins and texture packs, but don't expect that anytime soon. That's just something I want. That's not something they are putting in. Just FYI for that. Hey, stop eating my headphone cord. Ah, you are a pain in the butt, cat. Yeah, so hopefully I can make my own character skin eventually, because I'm not sure like what I want to be. I mean, if you guys want to make your own creations, like character skins, and send them to me, like as a submission, that'd be greatly appreciated. You guys might even get something in return, because I'm not very creative when it comes to like names and designing stuff like that. So I guess that's the hardest thing for me, is like trying to find that mix. So eventually, I do want to have my own skin, but I'm not sure how I want it to be. So if you guys want to make one for me and submit it, that'd be greatly appreciated, guys. Because I'm guaranteed there's several people out there that are very good at making skins for people. So I guarantee there's even companies for it. Well, not like full-size companies, but like actual people that do it. So why is there so much dirt? Yeah, maybe in actual episode 8, because I think I called this one episode 8. Maybe we'll actually, what do I want to call it? We actually might like work on the roads and stuff. Because surprisingly, a lot of people ask me how I work on the roads. Like, how do I get them built so quick? Question to that is TNT. Since my thing is my road is 10 blocks. No, dang it. My block, oh my goodness, I can't say it. My road is 11 blocks wide. Hey, finally got it out. My road is 11 blocks wide. And so basically, one TNT block takes out, I believe, 9. So I have 2 blocks on each side to take care of. So basically, I have to get rid of 2 rows. That's it. That's basically how I make my roads, is by using TNT. Because it might be messy underneath, but up top, you're never going to see it unless you break the road. So that's kind of the thing I've been going by. So one, makes my life a little bit easier. The one thing I have to make sure of is, if you put TNT every 2 blocks, the TNT's not going to go flying. But if you put like TNT side by side, the TNT is going to go flying. So gotta be careful about that too. Okay, so the front, or the back, whatever you want to call it, is finally done. Now basically time to blow up underneath. So we're going to need TNT for that. And going back down. Yeah, basically like right here, there's going to be like trees and stuff that you can see from outside. So we'll put this one here. I can get rid of some of it, but I don't want to get rid of all of it with TNT because it would blow up too much. So is that too close? Probably too close. So let's blow this up here in a second. Okay. Let's blow that up. Put some here. Get rid of that in the middle. Okay. Well, that was a lame explosion. You have to make sure the TNT isn't too far away, though. That's the one thing. Alright, let's see how it turns out. Hopefully it doesn't get rid of too much. And we'll put more over here, because we didn't have any over here, surprisingly. And hopefully TNT on Xbox One won't be as laggy either. That'll be a great thing. Alright. After this, I can probably actually just keep blowing it up underneath, because it's still not even at where it should be. So, put some here. Like that. Oh, misplaced that one. Oh no! I blew this up by accident. Ah, I messed up. So, one there. And touch it off with that. Man, it's amazing. I keep forgetting I'm not on a regular flat map. It's kind of hard to actually get that and get used to it. And people also ask me, how come I don't use like regular maps for cities? Reason for it is I don't like clearing out mountains and all that, because even though they can look really good, I don't like doing it. And I can always make my own man-made mountains if I want, because I've done it before. It's not that hard, so it's not really that big of a deal to me that making one. I mean, I made one as soon as creative mode came out for my Hunger Games map, which I made a long time ago, which was actually pretty cool. That's where I actually met Fraggle Swag. Was through my friend J Money. J Money was too lazy to help. He's like, he didn't want to do it. So my friend Fraggle at the time now didn't know him. He stayed around and helped with his friend, which I forgot his name. And we basically just made this amazing Hunger Games map at the time. And to me, I think it's still a really good map. Obviously, there are some things that could be improved a lot, just because this was when creative mode first came out. So, oh, I need to fix a couple things over here too. And finish it off here. Oh, that's good. Then we need to do that over here. Have our snow here so we don't have the grass. I'm not sure if I want to put glass panes in here, or if I want to add just like regular glass for the windows. Like put it maybe one block behind. Not too sure yet, so I'll have to figure that out too. So many things to figure out by the next part. But by next part, you guys might see this building be done, just because I don't like working on too many buildings for one, like for several parts, because this is not tutorials. This is like seeing you guys progress, like how that city progresses. So far, I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and working on the 7th building in the city so far. So we're getting there, but we are still a very long ways away. So bye guys, thank you for watching. I'll talk to all you guys later, and it's greatly appreciated that you guys watch the videos. Bye.